Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, February 28th, 2014. The U.S. stock market is closed. We had a roller coaster day today. You know, we really haven't had one of these kinds of days in quite a while, and it's in some ways it's appropriate given that I think February is about the best trading month that I've had in maybe 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's just been really, really great, and it's not surprising that the last day of the month we should get something really kind of crazy happening. You know, I'm going to tell you, I thought we were having this absolutely fabulous day for most of the day, you know, like 3 hours, and we were still doing fine. And we weren't really doing too much buying, and I got involved with answering some questions from customers by email. I wasn't paying too much attention to the market, but I know the time had passed that I knew we exited most of our positions from yesterday. So I kicked up the screen. Oh my God, we were down negative $23,000, and everything was blood red. I mean, it was, and I thought, you know, hey, we had a great month, but the apocalypse has arrived. Well, it kind of did, but what I didn't realize until I did the statistics, that first of all, we had just a fabulous closed out trades. We only had one bad one in the whole group of them, and we just had some great trades, and we ended up closing out positive over $14,000. So that part was good. The problem was we're carrying over negative 9,000. But still, $14,000 is better than positive 14,000. That makes it positive, even with the negative $9,000. The problem was the Dow climbed and climbed as I expected it to, from what I said yesterday, but then it did this little hump and downside action, and it basically went from being over 100 points up to going, I think, about negative 30. That was when I looked at this thing. I saw negative 23,000 on our open trade equity, and I just gasped. The Dow did bounce, and it ended up closing actually up 49, and that negative open trade equity that we had, went from negative 23,000 to negative 9,000. So we actually gained quite a bit on that equity in the last, 45 minutes of the day, and that was fortunate. And we even got into a couple of trades that were pretty good. So anyway, crazy day, but it was positive, although maybe not as positive as I would have liked it. Let's take a look at the charts. Okay, we're looking at the Dow here, and I hate to say it, but my Roberts magic red line appears just that, almost magical. We've had this, I told you, but going back 4 days ago, this thing kept getting above the line and closing below, above the line, closing below it, and then yesterday it got above it, and I told you this thing was going to really scream because it closed above that line. It started out that way. It definitely looked like it was going to scream way up here. By the way, these are completely new record highs for the Dow up here, but then this thing turned, and I was not paying any attention to it, and I couldn't believe this fall. But look at this thing come down, and look where it bounced, right on the red line. It did not penetrate that line, and it bounced and ended up actually closing up 49 points for the day. And I would, my analysis of this is it's just that this market is so bullish, and there's people trying to jump on board. Whenever that happens, the market starts making it difficult for them, and we get these kinds of V-shaped price action that really shake a lot of people out of the market, scare them, and that's what markets do. And that's why trading can be so tough. I'll show you 3 trades here, really interesting. This first one is in GWPH, that's GW Pharmaceuticals. This is really a combination of 2 trades. We had gotten into this thing 2 days ago. It had gone up. We got out yesterday. It took, I think maybe $4,000 out of that, and then we got back into it. And then it went up, and what I really love, look at this, we got the very top of that market. We've got the very top of that market, and that was worth $4,000 just on this part. I think the whole thing, the whole move was worth about $8,000 to us. And then another big trade we had was in a market that I have not liked in the past, is SHLD, Sears Holding Corporation, but we had gotten into this right on the close 2 days ago. It jumped up yesterday, pulled back a little, didn't know what was going to happen today. It actually went considerably more positive, and then we managed to get out of this thing just before this shakeout pullback that we saw, and I'm glad we did. But had we held it to near the close, it would have been up to just about where we got out anyway. That Sears Holding trade was worth $6,000 closed out. $6,000 closed out. Finally, I'll show you, in spite of the, the kind of very difficult trading action we had today, intraday, on our new stuff. We did get into this trade in VIPS, that's Vishop, and we had bought this earlier on in the day, and nothing was happening with it at all. And then look at this thing at the end. I have no idea what was going on there, why that market took off like that, but we are holding I think about $3,500 of open trade, and that trade was what helped pair that $23,000 loss that we were showing in open trade very close to the close, but that eventually ended up only being negative $9,000, which actually ended up making us have a profitable day. Anyway, wild day, best trading month I've seen in a long, long time. Great day, great way to finish that month. This is Trader Bob signing off, and I will see you next Monday.